Hello, everyone. This is PC Mag's One Cool Thing with the new Amazon Fire 7 tablet. It is small, it is lovely, it is cheap, it is cheerful. And I am Sasha Segan, and this is Dave LeClaire, who has reviewed the Fire 7 tablet for us. Dave, so you've spent a couple of days with this little tablet, and how do you feel about it?
I feel that it is a decent tablet that is meant for people who don't want to spend a lot of money on a tablet. It is one of the only tablets you can get in this $60 price range in the United States from a reputable brand like Amazon. So if you're looking for a tablet in that range, you really don't have any other options. So why are we even here? Just go get this one if you want to spend 60 bucks. It's really cheap. I mean, it's about the price of a video game for your Xbox, and you can get a tablet. The case is not included though, so don't get too excited about the case.
Now, there's a couple of things. If people aren't used to Amazon tablets, I think we need to walk people through what is going on here, because most people are used to Apple, they're used to Android, but there's a different software situation going on here, right? Show us the interface, and is this Android or not?
So, I mean, it is Android in that it is running a heavily modified version of Android. It is Amazon's own version, which means you do not get Google Play, which is a big drawback for a lot of people. You are limited in the app selection to the ones that are available on the Amazon App Store, unless you're willing to do some side loading, which is actually quite easy. We did side load during the review process because some of the apps we use for benchmarking are not on the Amazon App Store, and it literally took me like 2 minutes to put them on there. So if you're a little bit tech savvy, don't let the fact that you're limited in terms of apps be a deal breaker for you, because you can get a little creative and get pretty much whatever you want on there easily enough. But outside of that, I mean, it feels a little bit like you're navigating an Android operating system. I mean, you have all your apps on the home screen. You can flip over to your Amazon section, which is basically where Amazon attempts to sell you on all of its various applications, its various books, and its subscription services. Because at the end of the day, the reason Amazon is willing to sell you a tablet for $60 is because they want you to sign up for Prime. They want you to sign up for Audible, Prime Reading, all their other good stuff. So that's kind of what the end game is for Amazon here. And another thing to note is the $60 version does have ads on the lock screen. So that's something you're going to want to keep in mind too. The one they sent us, of course, is the more expensive one that doesn't have the ads and all that stuff. But if you do spend $60, be prepared. There's going to be Amazon basically trying to sell you on stuff every time you turn on your tablet.
So now this is very Amazon-y, but if people want to use competitors to Amazon, if they want to use Netflix or Hulu, or for that matter, YouTube, are there options on this tablet, or are you stuck just using Amazon content?
So you're mostly stuck using Amazon content, though you can go to, as I mentioned, you can sideload, or you can go to YouTube's website in the Amazon Silk browser and watch YouTube videos through the web browser. You can't get the YouTube app officially through the Amazon App Store, nor can you get any of the other stuff you may be used to on Android, like the Google services, but you can go to Google Drive's website, you can use it, or as I mentioned, you can sideload them on there. And if you really want to get creative, you can even install stock Android on this, though that's a whole nother can of worms that you're probably not going to want to get into on your $60 tablet. You're probably better off just sticking with the OS that comes with it.
Okay, so spec-wise, it's a 7-inch tablet. What's the screen resolution, and is the processor fast enough to run any games at all on?
So the screen resolution is 1024 by 600. So it is not a high res screen by any stretch of the imagination. And you can see the low res. I mean, obviously we're looking at it through a camera. You're not gonna be able to really tell. But when you're looking at a video and stuff, you can see that it's a little bit not as pretty as you might expect from a high-end tablet. But, it is what it is. And in terms of the processor, it'll run basic games. You're not going to run any 3D type of stuff. Don't even think about like Genshin Impact or something on this thing. Might as well, it's going to explode if you try to do that or something. Please note in asterisks, it might not actually explode. But it's definitely not a gaming device. I mean, you can run very simple games, and again, limited by what's on the Amazon App Store, but you're not going to be running anything with 3D graphics. You're going to have a bad time if you try.
So a lot of people are buying these tablets for kids, for small kids especially. and they're primarily probably going to be video players for those small kids, and maybe reading children's books or comics. How is this tablet for those kinds of uses?
Yeah, I mean, for those kind of uses, it totally does the job. I mean, it's a little small, but for a kid who's probably used to like stealing mom's phone and watching videos, 7 inches is bigger than your average smartphone. So it's going to be good for that. Again, the resolution is low, so you have to keep that in mind when you're watching videos. I mean, but again, is a child going to care that it's not 1080p? Probably not. It's probably going to be like, well, I can watch my cool videos on here. That's all that matters. And reading, I mean, reading is a great, that is what Amazon is really pushing here. Besides its basic services, is a reading device. It is a great reading device. You can put on kids mode and limit everything. Well, you can sign up for Amazon Kids Plus, limit everything, lock it down so your kids can only look at stuff you want them to, including books, comics, any other type of stuff. So it's very cool for that. For reading, I definitely would recommend it. I mean, again, not a huge screen, but decent enough size.
Now it has cameras, but we should probably pretend it doesn't, right?
I mean, 2 megapixel cameras. You can take a photo if you need to. If your dog does a cool trick, and you want to get a quick photo of it. But if you have any other device that has a camera on it, it's probably better than this. Though I did hop on a quick video call with our boss, and it turned out he was able to see and hear me just fine. I could see and hear him just fine. So if you need to use a front-facing camera to hop on a video chat and have a meeting, or you want to pretend you're at work while you're out at the golf course, I won't judge.
Now, of course, this is Amazon's least expensive tablet at $60. They also have an 8-inch tablet for slightly more. Are there situations where people should consider the 8-inch instead of buying this 7-inch?
I would say almost all situations you should consider the 8-inch if you can afford it. The main reason to go with this one is if you're just worried about giving it to your kids and you want something that if they break it, it's not the end of the world. If you're really hung up on that $60 price and you don't want to go up and get the 8-inch, I mean, you could definitely do worse than this one. But if you can stomach the extra money, the 8-inch has a higher resolution, a better processor. It's just an all-around better device that is worth the extra money, in my opinion.
Okay, great. So what did you rate this? And why aren't we giving it the Editor's Choice Award?
Yeah, so I rated it a 3.5, which is a good rating. It's a good device. It does what it sets out to do. It's meant to be a cheap tablet that is able to handle, basic tablet day-to-day usage, and it does that. The reason I don't give it an Editor's Choice is mainly just because it doesn't have any competition really to fairly compare it to. Like it's almost like it would get the Editor's Choice by default, just because it's the only tablet in this price range, unless you're willing to go with one of like the off brands that I don't know if I would trust.
Most of the competition out there is really abysmal RCA tablets sold at Walgreens, or these incomprehensible Chinese brands that are all consonants that come and go on Amazon. So,
and who knows what the privacy situation with those are in terms of what they're doing with your data. I mean, you're kind of rolling the dice when you go with some off-brand device there's a reason that they're $50 or whatever, because so that it's on the fringe of being the Editor's Choice. But at the end of the day, if I would say, because the 8-inch version exists, that would be the one that would really be the one that you should go for if you can afford it.
Okay, great. So yes, so this is One Cool Thing with PCMag.com. I'm Sasha Segan. This is Dave LeClaire. This is the new Amazon Fire 7 tablet. We like it. It's the cheapest decent Android tablet in the US. But if you could spend a little more, you'll get more. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. You'll find more on PCMag.com.